Every year, millions of cash-conscious Brits head to Spain's low-cost costas in search of sea, sand and seriously cheap prices.
I love bargains, I love getting a deal.
Over here it's €1 a pint. In England it's like £2.50.
You can't get anything else in Spain cheaper than Benidorm.
They haven't always taken to the local way of life.
I don't know any Spanish. Hola, is that Spanish?
Yeah, we just say hola.
I know that.
And nearly 1 million of us have now made Spain our permanent home. Living the dream at rock-bottom prices is possible.
Live a millionaire's lifestyle when nothing, really.
Benidorm is bloody awesome. Woo!
These are the bargain-loving Brits in the sun. Coming up on tonight's episode, some practical tips on interior design.
You can fix everything with gaffer tape. In fact, most of the caravan's probably held together with it, isn't it?
An expat entrepreneur falls foul of Spanish bureaucracy.
We're not doing anything illegal, we're just trying to earn an honest living, and anyone who knows here knows how hard that is.
And a special offer at a local bar pulls them in.
Come on, Paul, look like you're enjoying it.
Lay naked on my bar.
When it comes to cheap and cheerful fun in the sun, you can't beat Benidorm. Prices are kept low because with around 2,000 bars, cafes and clubs in town, the competition for business is fierce. Good news for tourists, bad news for the Brits who run them. With profit margins cut to the bone, they have to work hard to survive. Until recently, Wayne Wright was working 24/7 running the Showboat Cabaret Bar.
If she's not here in 5 minutes, we'll cancel the table and give it away.
When it all became too much, he sold up.
Hiya, love.
What do you do with all your time now?
Oh, I don't know. I'll be able to do me cleaning, do me ironing, and it'd be just nice to be able to take the dogs for real long walks every day, you know.
And you'll be bored in 5 minutes flat. I give you 6 months and you'll be bored.
I won't.
You will.
But Wayne isn't one to stay idle for long. He's always been involved raising money for local charities, and now he's got more time to do it. He and his partner Des are off to Foley's Bar, a gathering place for some of the small army of expats who live here.
How are you?
Boiling.
It's run by Yorkshire couple Paul Thacker and Jackie Bodkin.
How are you, love?
All right, Des. How are you? You all right?
Paul's come up with an idea to raise money for a local children's charity.
So, I had an idea that we could have a naked calendar.
Did he just say naked?
12 normal people who were known in Benidorm.
Keep going, Paul.
My initial plan with that, we're going to be just 12 males.
Well, that's Wayne on board, but with reservations.
Who's going to pay to see you and me naked?
Well, there is that to it. I was hoping that we could get some other high-profile Benidorm people on it.
Well, with all the tribute acts in Benidorm, Wayne's contact book is full of big names.
Elvis and Shaker, get them on it, you know, take that, they're well built for it. No, you've got to nail the balls down.
Take That might object. Who else is on the list?
Wayne's one. You can for it, Des. Graham, Happy Days, perhaps at Villa Bar, myself, and get some others involved. But I would be posing for the picture, and then to cover my modesty, would use something related to the bar. The idea would be that I would be holding a barrel in front of me.
Got a better idea. Judging from what Jackie told me, stick that in front of it, love.
Yeah, so the idea would be that I'd be posing, I would be holding that to cover my modesty. If we could sell 1,000 calendars.
Say €10 each, I don't think that's too much to charge, right?
Do you not think so?
No, €10, come on, what is it, £7? It will be easy to sell if we market it right. What I suggest we do is go Facebook. Just create interest straight away.
With sponsorship from local businesses to cover costs, the calendar could raise around £7,000 for the local children's charity. So Wayne gets straight on to social media.
But Paul had a great idea about a naked calendar using the people of Benidorm. What do you all think of the idea, and who would you like to see in it?
Paul's concerned that Wayne's 5,000 followers might be a little biased.
It won't be anybody else, it'll be just you win.
Don't get jealous, I've got something you haven't. Youth. Youth!
So it's been on not even 15 minutes and it's had 23 comments and 33 likes.
And it's just going out of control now.
Paul and Jackie's bar is in the area known as Caravan Corner. It's the local name for the collection of low-cost campsites on the outskirts of Benidorm. popular for cheap family holidays, but also with the many budget Brits who make it their home. Like Jill and Maria Ryan, who've lived here for 4 years after putting their pub in Wigan up for sale.
So quickly, we decided to take off on our travels. Come along to our little humble abode. Now, you see, in here is the actual eBay caravan. £800 off eBay. This is what we got for our money.
But it's roasting in there, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a problem Maria wasn't expecting to deal with.
I thought we were going to, like, the Lake District or something like that, but Jill then said, let's nip to France. I said, we can't nip to France. She said, well, we can, have you got the passport? So we had. So we did. And then we travelled through France. And I said, well, what are we going to do? And Jill said, well, I'll sing for our supper. So you won a competition in France, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I won a competition. We thought it was for a meal for two because our French is that poor. But it turned out to be €350, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it paid for the petrol for us to come here to Benidorm.
They're still relative newcomers. Some Brits have lived here a lot longer. 45-year-old Michelle Baker was born in Birmingham but was brought up in Benidorm. Her parents moved here in 1983. She's now editor of the Round Town Times, a local free sheet aimed at the British market.
The article that we did on the mayor, asking him to keep Benidorm safe. Yeah. I want to do a follow-up on this because yesterday I did hear that they've already caught a band of robbers.
Michelle lives with her Spanish husband Paco and their 5 children in Alfaz on the outskirts. Like any busy mum, she has to juggle caring for her family with the demands of her job, but it gives her a unique insight.
I am an unusual character in so much as I've bridged the gap between England and Spain. I'm married to a Spaniard. My children are all bilingual. I run a business here and I've been involved in politics, so there's nothing in Benidorm that could ever shock me.
Nice try, mate. But never say never, because Spanish bureaucracy has a big shock in store for Michelle and her family. Pillars of the Benidorm entertainment scene, Wayne Wright, Des Bellamy and bar owner Paul Thacker are scouting for talent. They're looking for sponsors, locations and potential models who will bear all for a charity calendar to raise money for a local children's home. First up is Graham Happy Days Boland, entertainment manager at Benidorm's biggest and busiest campsite.
Paul's come up with the idea of doing a calendar. We've tried to choose all the best-known people in Benidorm, and Villamar, Happy Days, is one of the wonders of Benidorm. Happy Days. So we've put you on our shortlist of people who'd like to be involved in it. And all we need you to do, really, is Villamar sponsor it, and then you need to get your kit off and pose in one of these pictures.
That's the selling point of the calendar. How naked?
Well, you will be naked behind your object. I thought you could be our little lifeguard.
Happy days, I'm up for a bit of David Hasselhoff.
There you go.
There we are.
Yep.
Happy days. I don't have to run around, do I?
No, we don't want to see you wobbling, we just want to see you.
So who else is going to be part of this calendar? Who's the others?
All the biggest stars in Benidorm, really. We've got Des and I, of course. We've got Paul in it. He's having a beer barrel, Jackie said, to hide his other one.
That's to cover my belly, not to cover anything else.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
So you're up for it? Oh, well, Happy Days then, isn't it?
Happy Days for the children's charity E-Mouse, if they can pull it off. Next, Hepburn Salon and glamorous owner Vicky Caton.
So what's this all about then?
We are doing a calendar to raise some money for the children of Emmaus.
It's going to be a male naked calendar.
I'm liking the sound of this. This sounds great.
So what we want to do, really, is include the sexiest people in Benidorm.
And do I not count in that as
Yes, but darling, it's up here and not down here, right? The biggest market to sell to is women.
To Vicky's relief, it's only her salon he's after.
If we do take the pictures in here, maybe if we ring a sheet in that day so no one actually sees him from there.
Yes.
Because you know what boys are like with a manhood. They're not all like me flopping it out in Cafe Benidorm, you know.
And is it going to be flopped out in public, dear?
Well, you're not going to see it. So we'll be in touch with you next week to arrange photographs.
Ooh, This is exciting, isn't it?
Isn't it?
I'm going all unnecessary.
So far, so good. It's time for a progress report with Paul's other half, Jackie.
I think it's looking good with the list that we've got there of people.
Everyone wants to get the kit off for some reason. Surprise me.
Including you.
I know.
Problem is, they're all prima donnas. So every photo you're going to take, well, I don't like that, I don't like this.
So, who's going to be taking all these pictures?
Ta-da!
I don't mind. I'll take the pictures.
Is that, you're quick to volunteer then, doesn't
Well,
he?
I've got my camera.
Would you like an assistant?
4 years ago, Jill and Maria swapped their pub in Wigan for a second-hand caravan and a new life in Benidorm, all for next to nothing. This place may be cheap to live in, but it's not free, so they need to be resourceful.
I am very tight, actually, because I fix everything with gaffer tape. I think gaffer tape's mum's best friend. It does a lot more for you than a dog. You can fix everything with gaffer tape. In fact, most of the caravan's probably held together.
Don't say that.
It's amazing what you can pick up if you keep your eyes peeled.
One of our friends was tidying up and he put this table outside. They asked him, could we have it? And then, yeah, he let us have it, didn't he?
Absolutely cheeky, man.
I know. He wasn't even getting rid of it, but it just fit nice in our living room.
It does look nicer in here than it did in his.
We managed to get that chair free. Somebody had matching chairs and they wanted 2 matching ones.
Were you modelling?
No, go on, show them.
Let's fire.
They'll not be able to put their feet up long. They're due a visit from the grandkids.
This will be the granny flat in here.
I call this a tent with a bed in it. Jill says it's the guest room.
Family's important and not just their own. Maria makes a living researching family trees online, while Jill sings for their supper around Benidorm's bars. Money's tight, but they wouldn't swap their life with anyone.
The wages reflect the cost of living out of it, but we are doing what we love to do and managing to make a living out of it.
Benidorm's 10 campsites are full of Brits living the dream on a bargain budget. 4 years ago, mum of 5, Michelle Baker, decided there was room for one more, so she opened a new site.
Orange Grove is our campsite, my husband and mine. It's our 6th child, we call it. It's our baby because we, created the idea in our head together. It took 3 years to open, a lot of work. So when we eventually got it open on the 1st of April 2012, it was a massive relief. And following a quiet summer, because the campsites are quieter here in summer than they are in winter, we were delighted that it started filling up. That was taken in February of this year, just because I was so proud that the site was completely full and we had to put the full sign on the outside.
Campers pay €10 a night. That's €300 a month. Times that by all 40 pitches, and Michelle and husband Paco have a nice little earner on their hands.
We've got a little bar area if people do want to buy a beer. We're surrounded by lanes where people have nice walks in the morning or go for a run. And if you want a bit more life, you're just 2 miles down the road to the coast.
But there's a major problem. 4 months ago, at the height of peak season, the town council ordered the family to close the site down. They allege it's 1 square metre too small to get a campsite licence.
Bureaucracy in Spain. It's an absolute minefield because everywhere you go, they tell you something different. There's just nobody with common sense that can see not only how beneficial this is to my family, to my income, but for the economy. We're not doing anything illegal, we're just trying to earn an honest living, and anyone who knows here knows how hard that is.
While the site is shut, Michelle's losing thousands of euros every single month.
I couldn't consider doing what a lot of people do, which is jumping on a plane and going home to England, because I haven't lived in England since 1983.
The next few months are critical, as Michelle will have to take on the bureaucrats in battle to reopen her site. While Benidorm's budget Brits might work hard to make ends meet, they don't scrimp when it comes to good causes. Creative director Wayne and his snapper sidekick Des are off to shoot Benidorm's first ever naked charity calendar. It was bar owner Paul Thacker's idea, so he's first on the menu.
Come on, Paul, look like you're enjoying it.
Anyone coming in for a full English is in for a shock.
Stop looking so nervous.
Stop looking so nervous. and lay naked on my back.
Very straightforward, no dramas. If the whole day's like that, we'll be finished nice and early today.
At Camping Villamar, entertainment manager Graham Boland is about to become Mr. May.
Well, our Graham's going to be David Hasselhoff.
Oh, yeah, he's doing lifeguard pose, isn't he? That'll be fun.
However, turning the campsite loose into Malibu Beach might be a challenge.
Maybe if we shut that door there, right?
Yeah, that'll do it.
And just...
We're about the back drum now. Yeah.
Smile.
Steady, ladies. He's bearing up well until a camper wants the loo. One flush and the hoff's off. Next up, it's Benidorm's Rat Pack, queuing up to be Mr. September.
You ready?
Do you not think we should have bubbles out?
Stop it.
Darren?
Oi, shoes off the table.
Cheers, boys. Thank you.
Over at Hepburn's salon, hypnotist Gareth Fulton has Vicky in a trance. The shoppers are getting an eyeful. That's showbiz, darling. The entertainment's business is big business in Benidorm. So many acts are looking for work, though, it drives the fees down, and singers like Jill Ryan have to do multiple gigs a night to survive.
Love you. See you later. I'm back about 12.
Jill's got a busy night of performances tonight, so Maria's home alone researching family trees. She's turned a hobby into cash.
See you later. It's like 9 o'clock now. I've got like 2 gigs. I'll be back by 12 o'clock at night. But it feels like absolutely ages because we just are together all the time. Look, I'll get back later on and then we'll watch a bit of telly, and that's the best part of the night.
But it's not over yet. However many gigs she does, they all expect her to be at her best.
It's by no means the image of a rock and roll lifestyle, but to be honest, I wouldn't really like to be famous. I enjoy living over here. I like it in our little caravan, but it does give you a little taste of what it'd be like to be a rock star. Here I am on the poster. Of course, it looks nothing like me in real life.
Please welcome onto the stage the one and the only Jill Ryan.
Thank you.
She's busy now, it's summer, but in the winter season, work dries up. Luckily, Maria's income picks up round Christmas as more people order family trees to give as gifts. So they manage to get by.
Have a beautiful day.
Thank you very much. See you later. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye-bye. It's got to be about 25 past now, and we're meant to be on the other one about 30. It's all go, go, go. See you in a bit. You quite often see a few of the other artists rushing between the gigs. It's mental because you're running down the street to your next gig and you're just like, "Hi," keep going.
Please give it a big warm welcome, Jill Ryan.
Thank you.
In Benidorm, the going rate for singers is only around €60 per gig. Not that Jill gets to hang on to it for long.
I'm glad it's all over, but I'll get back to Maria now, and what'll happen is I have to hand all my wages over to her. that's the real. I go out and work, and she just takes it all of me when I get back. But I like it like that because I'm not very good with money. I love it when I come down the street after a busy night and she's sat there waiting for me on the front. I love it. Oh, my feet are killing me. Okay. Yeah. Cheers, baby. What are we watching?
How'd you get away with murder?
Great stuff.
Another glorious day of sun and fun in Benidorm. But working mum of 5, Michelle Baker, isn't feeling it.
Estoy perdiendo dinero.
Her campsite was recently closed down by the council.
Adiós, adiós.
But Michelle's not taking it lying down. She's ready for a battle.
I sent a very aggravated email the other day to the consulate.
She's got lawyers on the case.
So this is just, you know, a whole dossier of communication.
And she's challenging the council's findings. The land has been remeasured to prove that it is big enough for a licence, and she's just had some fantastic news.
This is the latest one from our lawyer, which has requested to the county council that they reinstate our provisional licence based on the fact that the campsite was closed for reasons that weren't correct. We proved they weren't correct.
But the gates are still firmly shut.
But nobody in the town hall now wants to sign off that piece of paper, which is incredibly frustrating that a business that works so well for us and was such a good provider for our family was then taken from us.
It's a bitter blow for Michelle, so the battle has to go on.
I'm prepared to try anything, you know, just to get someone to listen.
Meanwhile, the calendar boys are back on the job, but they've hit a problem. A local boy band can't decide who goes centre stage.
I'll stand in the middle.
This calls for all Wayne's diplomatic skills.
Right, just for point of fact, right, you want the prettiest at the front.
Why don't you stand in the middle? Oh.
But you do, don't you? You're telling your band, right? Boy band, right? You at the back would be better. There's no...
Right.
You believe you've got to be in the front, right?
That solved that, but now they're a member short.
It's not that big, Jake. Come on.
He's going to need a bigger bottle.
You might want to lift your hand up a little bit. That's it, there. Stay there. One more.
And if all else fails, there's always another option.
And crop that and cut it off. So.
Yeah.
Bit extreme, but hey, it is for charity. And with 11 months of Benidorm beefcake in the can, it's finally time for Wayne and Des to get them off and get in.
Things I'll get dragged into.
The job's a good one. Hats off to you guys. No! Keep them on!
Can I say, I think we're done.
In Spain, markets are a way of life, and it's one part of Spanish culture the British are happy to embrace. In the Costa Blanca, there's a different market on every day of the week, from flea markets to food markets. They're a magnet for bargain-loving Brits over on holiday. The residents also shop here, but they don't pay tourist prices. Today, expats Maria and Jill give a masterclass on playing the markets.
You see that black and white bag? She's just paid €23 for that, and we know that they sell them regularly at €20 or less.
Or less, yeah.
It's that thing again, though, isn't it? If you don't live here, you don't know.
There are a few simple tricks of the trade. Watch and learn.
What we need to look for, really, is where they haven't got set prices on them.
Unless they are incredibly low.
I mean, really, at €3, you couldn't afford not to be set price, could you?
The more you buy, the more you save.
You missed a good bit of haggling then.
Hello, €1.
The guy there, he's already bought 2, so he's gone back to get more, but stressing that he wanted it cheaper because he's already bought 2 off the same stall. Good guy, see? Obviously he knows.
Which was you thinking?
Don't know. 1 for €10, 2 for 15. So obviously
it's pay for it.
Don't know.
When it comes to haggling, Jill's the one who goes in for the kill.
She's gonna show me up.
€5. 7 por Coca-Cola, madam. No es así, hombre. For €5. Gracias.
The deal is done at €5.
I always kind of get hugely embarrassed, but then I'm really, really happy when she gets something and she gets it for this kind of price. So, yeah, good stuff.
Welsh pensioners Barry and Barbara Price like a bargain too. They started their new life here after retiring from their jobs at the Caravan Club UK. Caravan life suits them to a T. The climate, the cost, and most of all, the laid-back lifestyle.
Barry's got a saying that he doesn't use four-letter words anymore. He doesn't do work, he doesn't walk a lot, but he does like beer and wine, so they're four-letter words that he does quite like.
You just relax and go with the flow and do exactly the same as the Spanish. Oh, mañana, it'll wait until tomorrow. And of course, tomorrow never comes, so you never end up doing what you were going to do to start with.
For them, it's all about saving labour. Why work up a sweat weeding and mowing when you can hose off your fake plants and hoover your fake lawn? Mr. Bit.
People still smile when I tell them I'm doing this now.
Well, there you go. That's gardening done for a week.
With such a low-maintenance lifestyle, the biggest challenge faced by the Welsh pensioners is filling their balmy Mediterranean days without emptying the bank account.
We're out, we get up in the morning, sun shining, right, what should we do today?
You give up work and you sort of, oh, isn't it marvellous what we're doing? We've got nothing to do and all day to do it in.
Michelle Baker can't afford to give up work just yet. Her camper park has been closed down by the local council, and her family of 5 are starting to feel the pinch.
I just didn't believe it, but then it was real, and I was like, whoa.
It hit me that, oh my God, this is really important.
I would have wished I was younger, so I didn't have to worry about it, because now each time I ask for something off you, I think, is that too expensive or something? So I won't ask for it.
It's made you more conscious of spending. Anything can happen to you here that usually wouldn't happen to you in the UK. It's just common sense isn't very common in Spain.
Many British expats have come a cropper dealing with the Spanish system. Michelle is better placed than many to understand it, and now she's all tied up in red tape.
We should be in the middle of our busy season and the site is completely empty, as are our coffers. No money coming in.
The official reason it was closed was that it fell under the qualifying size for a campsite by 1 square metre. Now Michelle's had it officially remeasured, and there's good news and bad.
The good news that in this wodge of papers is the letter that we got back from the Land Register agreeing that our land was big enough to run this activity.
And the bad news?
The frustrating part is, locally, they won't let us reopen, so we've appealed and said, listen, we've proved the land is big enough. Why won't you let us reopen? But, you know, this is Spain, and the frustration of mañana, 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 and then it's August and everything's closed because it's summer, and then it's a fiesta and everything's closed. But it's par for the course, and when you sign up to live here, you do sign up warts and all.
Despite her frustration, Michelle hasn't lost heart.
I'm incredibly hopeful for the future. I've got to be. I've got 5 children to support. This has got to have a happy ending. This will reopen. Somebody, somewhere, will see common sense and say, you had a business that brought people in from outside of Spain to spend their hard-earned cash in our local economy. Yep, and that person, once they get it, is going to say, open your darn door.
The bargain-loving Brits who have made their homes in Benidorm are always on the lookout for cheap days out. And the cheapest you can get are the so-called blanket trips, a free coach trip to the Spanish countryside. For super savers Barry and Barbara, the temptation has often proved too great.
We've been on the blanket trips loads of times, because if you want to see somewhere that's not in Benidorm, then this is the ideal thing. I mean, they go to half a dozen different locations, doesn't cost you anything. And it's supposed to be wine tasting and chocolate tasting. So, I mean, it really is a good bargain. That's his first on. Pick your seat.
That's what's in it for Barry and Barbara, but what's in it for the company who organises the trips? Well, obviously, it's one long sales opportunity. Every stop is a temptation to spend money. But Barry is confident he can resist.
It's like an auction. You keep your hands in your pocket. Don't wave them around, otherwise you'll end up spending money.
At the first location, salesman Lee's ready to sell, sell, sell. Good luck, mate.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Are we all right? Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing a demonstration for you this morning, quite possibly the best sleeping system on the market today. In order for me to demonstrate this properly to you, one of you lucky people get in bed with me. Who's that going to be?
At least offer to buy them dinner first. Oh, Barry's up for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, give Barry a round of applause. Hop on board, son. That's my side, Barry.
Now then, if you do share the bed with a partner, of course you're moving around. Now, I can't see Barry behind me, but I should imagine he's not moving.
No change there, then.
More importantly, the water that I put at the side of his head isn't moving either. If I did this on your steel-sprung coil mattress back at home, it'd be soaking wet through.
And probably dialing 999.
Right, well, thank you very much, Barry. Let me ask you to go back to those extremely comfortable chairs over there.
How was it for you, Barry? Is his sales resistance starting to crack?
Lee was very good, very convincing, but got me very close to buying this time, but not quite.
No, it was that grip I had on your hand that stopped you.
Brits on a budget may have to scrimp a bit, but this community will always find €1 or two to support a good cause. The naked calendar is still at the printers, so in the meantime, Maria has organised another money-raising event for the same children's home, this time with clothes on.
Thank you.
There are singers, magicians and comedians. Hey, guess where he's from?
Yes, this is for the children. We're going to want you to give as much as you can.
They're aiming to make £1,000 and they're off to a good start.
709.
The raffle is a big earner. All the prizes have been donated by fellow expats.
Great ticket. 526 to 530.
But when one prize is announced, rumours of raffle rigging are suddenly rife. Maria's got lucky.
75.
But I'll give the money back. I'll give the money back. I won. It's gone back in the pot.
They've begun well, but the big bucks should start to come in a little later with the celebrity auction. Back on the coach tour, Barry and Barbara Price are visiting businesses along the Costa Blanca. So far, the canny pensioners have resisted the urge to spend any money. But the next stop is a local deli with the lure of chocolate and wine.
Oh, here we go.
Now the temptation to spend really starts. Oh, go on then.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yes.
A little something to go with it?
Cheers.
And for dessert?
Honey and nuggets.
Did he just join the back of the queue again?
We'll try the sausage. Oh, there you go.
Spicy.
Very nice.
Here, it's all try before you buy. Barry's certainly trying, but is he buying?
I think that's not a bad offer.
No.
Bottle of Muscatel, bottle of red, and you got 4 of any choice of the chocolate bars.
He's weakening.
The spicy and the plain chorizo, it's about 22, 23 euros worth. But of course you're buying it for 15, which is £12, or just less than £12.
Is the price right?
We'll do that.
We will, it's cheap.
Barry Price, come on down. How did they rate it as a bargain day out?
Been very good, nice. Yeah, I think quarter past 3 in the afternoon, 6 hours. Free trip. Well, I say free. We've got our little goodie bag, bargain. But no, it's been a very nice day, very good day.
At the Expat Charity Bash, the excitement is mounting for the main event of the auction. Local celebrities Jill and Wayne and Elvis are on hand to help. Maria has asked Wayne to run the auction. Sorry, Elvis, maybe next time. When it comes to the fruit hamper, a battle breaks out. Benidorm bar king Tad Crocker opens the bidding. Wayne's partner Des tops him.
60 against you, Tad with Des. €65 is back,
to be 70 big days now. Olivia, are you going to make Chad get his hand in his pocket? 80 euros against you, Tad.
But Tad's girlfriend Olivia isn't backing down.
100 euros against you then. I'll tell you what, Bianca, because it's me and you and because it's our little children's home. Why don't we put 100 in each and you can take the apple to the kids' home? What about that then?
Honours even and everyone's happy.
Well, it's about the expat community pooling together to raise money for the orphans in the children's home. Benidorm. It's packed with big-hearted people. And what you get in Benidorm is real people, not pretentious people. Real people who are prepared to give.
Maria was aiming for £1,000. So how much did she make?
2,599.
Many thousands of British OAPs have set up camp on the Costa Blanca to make the most of a limited income. You can still draw the UK pension here, but it may not amount to much more than £100 a week. Barry and Barbara Price came to Benidorm 7 years ago to make the most of their modest pension pot.
We've got a budget as our income. That's our budget, and how we spend it can vary week to week to week.
It's a completely different concept to being on holiday and living here, and you have to accept that you can't go out every night and enjoying yourself and spending lots of money.
Done this way?
Yeah, it's okay.
Like most Brits, they love a good market, and they're regulars at all the local ones. Here, they home in on the freshest fruit and veg at the lowest prices. But of course, you have to try before you buy.
Have some of them then.
And if you're not sure, try again. The prices buy all their fruit and veg in bulk.
We spend 10, 12 euros, which is £8 or £9, I suppose, on the fresh veg, and then freeze it, which lasts us a fortnight, so it's about £4.50 a week. I mean, even if we did the same thing in UK, we probably spend £25 to buy the same amount of food. Yeah. Benidorm really is the cheapest place in Spain.
You can't eat out anywhere cheaper than in Benidorm.
Nope. I mean, you go from the cheapest Chinese 3-course meal, including half a bottle of wine, for €4.95, and that's £3.50. You can't buy the half bottle of wine in UK for that. It's crazy.
The only drawback to whiling away your autumn years in the Spanish sun is not getting to see the kids and grandchildren. But if you can also offer a bargain break for the relatives back home, then everyone's a winner. Maria's family are regular visitors to the caravan she shares with Jill on the outskirts of Benidorm.
Before the grandchildren come over, it's kind of a week's preparation, really, because we live in such compact quarters, let's say. Organisation's the key. So we've got to make room for 3 lots of clothing, 3 piles. We've got to do the shopping, bearing in mind what each child wants.
They go straight to the biscuit tin, look for the biscuit tin, because that's where they have all the special. So we have to fill that up before they come over.
They want to see all the favourite
and my biscuit
things.
tin, don't forget.
And we weren't forgetting your biscuit tin.
Biscuits aside, having the kids to stay doesn't have to break the bank.
Don't worry about the visits over here. We've got everything we need on the campsite.
Yeah, we do. I think I'll have to get another job, though, to keep us in Christmases and birthdays.
These family holidays are the high points of Jill and Maria's new life in Spain. Sorry.
Benidorm's got a big piece of our hearts. We do have some good friends here,
we've got some
don't
good friends.
Yeah. We have the sun, the scenery, some beautiful places just in and around Benidorm.
And we can both do the jobs that we love.
Yeah,
and
we
choose to do.
Yeah, and you know, that's a lot, isn't it? At different points in your life, your dream is what your dream is. And for me, right here, right now, this is living a dream.
Wayne and Des have been slaving away on a charity calendar of Benidorm celebs in their birthday suits. Now it's time to bear all, the unveiling of the finished work to Paul and Jackie, who set them off on this mission in the first place.
Wait. Benidorm calendar 2016.
Uh-huh. Poor Albie.
Poor Albie. Whoa, Mr. March. You could have airbrushed it a bit better than that, though. I was going to say it's getting better, but then I've just turned over to Happy Days Graham.
You've airbrushed
You've airbrushed him, haven't you? His waist is never that thin. He must be holding his breath. And how long did he hold his breath for?
It is good, isn't it? Oh, that's good.
Can't look at Darren the same anymore.
Oh, Wayne and Des in a jacuzzi.
Do you like them?
I think they're brilliant. Quality's good, the pictures are good. I think they're worth every cent of €10, don't you? I don't think we'll have any problem selling them, will we?
And Paul gets straight to work.
€10 each, Marlene, but worth every cent.
I'd like 2.
You'd like 2 calendars? That's even.
I want to give one to a friend.
That's even better. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your enjoyment might stop when you get to March.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait till you get to May.
That's 2 down, another 998 to go.
Next time on Bargain-Loving Brits in the Sun, Paul has a business idea that could be a money spinner, but will it take off?
It's shut from the 25th to the 29th.
So now what?
So now we're back to square one.
And Benidorm's hardest working Del boy has had enough.
I ain't come out here to work like a 12-hour day.